All right. Good evening, all aboard, and welcome to the Fox Valley Short Line Railroad, a standard career playthrough of Derail Valley Simulator. My name is Swift Fox, and I'll be your conductor and engineer for this evening's 2 hour journey on the rails. Please have a seat, get comfortable, and have your tickets ready. This train is now departing. All aboard! All right. Um, I hope everybody had a good time last week with just having some fun doing some derailing and some crashes and some conflagrations, just to kind of loosen things up. Hello, Wild. Good evening. Thanks for joining. But tonight, we are back at Machine Factory in town to where we left off 2 weeks ago, where we were set up for a freight haul from Machine Factory to Harbor and Town. And why did I just do that? All right, so here we are in the game. Let's just check to see what we have. We have nothing, so we need to go get the consist or the manifests and get those turned in. But while we're here, we might as well get everything started up. We are in neutral. Okay. Start this one up. Let's check the set to neutral. Yep. Okay. Set to forward. All right, that's good. All right, let's run into this railroad car. Let's run down. We're not moving, are we? Okay. Let's run down and get our manifests here. There should be two. Both are fragile. This one and that one. Both going to Harbor and Town. One goes to the E yard, which is the one that's closest. I think the cars were closest to us. So let's put that in and that in. And they are where they need to go. So it is 6 in the morning. It's not quite 6 in the morning. Let's see what the weather is going to be here. They just float around here for a moment. Uno momento. So when we left off, we also. Oh, you like the holiday Foxo? Thank you. I thought, you know what? I think I have a holiday icon I can use. So he's all tangled in Christmas lights, full of mischief. How we doing? Okay, let's see. All right, good. We should be able to make it well before we see any rain. So let's get things going here. This one goes to E8I. And this one goes to G5I. Perfect. Okay, so let's make sure our switches are right. We're coming out of Machine Factory. We want to stay right through the switch, come through City West. We want to stay left through that switch. All right. We can go right through here. That'll take us down here. We'll go left. That takes us on this track. We want to stay right. We want to stay left. We want to go right here. left, right. We want to go left, and that'll take us down into Harbor in Town. So let's check coal power plant. Make sure that this switch is switched to the left, which it is. City West. We need to come in here. We need to hit this switch and go to the left. Yes, as we approach, we're going to go left down through here. And then we don't go through any place else until we get to Harbor. And in Harbor, we need to back down into G first. So we're going to come in. We're going to pull in here into C so we can back up. So we're going to pull into C3. So we want to go right and right, because this track should not have any rolling stock in it. And then let's go back to the main. So we'll back out. We'll have to flip this switch when we get there. We want to go to the right, then back in, and then to the left, and then G5I. G, which is right here. So we're going to go left. We're going to go right, right, and left into this track. So right, right, left. That is correct, right? G5I. Okay. And then the other is E8I. So let's go back. All right. This needs to be to the left and then into the E yard. E8I. So right, 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 left into E8. All right, so it looks like all our switches are correct, and we have our orders all taken care of. And our locomotives are running. Let's make sure, did I set any brakes on the cars? Hello, any brakes on the cars? Nope. 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 And nope. Okay. Alrighty. Forward. This brake is off. That's off. That's alright. Let's move ourselves forward. On our way. Last time we were here, we installed the switch detector, and we'll get to watch that go off as we travel along here. Now we have a lot of downhill, so I'm not going to get the DE2 activated right yet. The switch detector just basically is like a double check. I mean, we did all of the planning for the switches before we left there, but as we approach some of the switches we adjusted, we can just look at the indicator and make sure we will be going the direction that we expect to be going. Leaving Machine Factory. We've taken this route back and forth several times over the course of the streams that we've been doing since August. Thank you for the buzzer. Now we just need to control speed here. Because as we remember, coming in the machine factory this way, it's all uphill, and it's a pretty big slog. Speed-wise, doing good. This, see how the indicator, we want to go left, and the indicator was showing me this switch was set for us to go left. Now we could free fall this, just let it have its head until we get down closer to City West, and that turn there we need to get down to 30 kilometers an hour. How we doing here? 60 to the side, we're only doing 55. Got a little bit of it up, which is fine, that'll just slow us down a little bit, and we can slake off a little speed, that won't hurt us. Speed. As you can see with the clinometer, we are on a downgrade. By the way, y'all out there watching, if something needs to be adjusted volume-wise or picture-wise, let me know, and I will do my best to try and handle that. A lot of my peers doing videos like this maybe do a voiceover. They may not be streaming like I am, where I'm talking live with you through my little microphone on my headset. So now you didn't miss anything, Ember, as far as I know. You were there last week. How we doing? Alright, we are going to want to try and start slowing down, which I think we are doing. Let's just watch the numbers here. We're dropping the speed. That's good. Very good. Yeah, see, we're a little bit of an up, which is fine. Take that off. The engine brake. Coast a little bit more. It's like having a Jake brake on the engine, on the transmission. Sounds like somebody just popped in. Hello there. Welcome. Third of a kilometer. What's that? 1,000 meters? No. 3,000 meters? No, 1,000 meters is a kilometer, I think. So 200, 300 meters. It's all right. So we need to go to the left. The switch setter says we're going to the left. The switch is correct. We're going to scoot around to the left here. Go through City West. Around this bend here. Hello, City West. Take more pictures. All right, we can add some more. Okay. No need to downshift. Pick up the speed a little bit. All right, our next switch, we need to go left, which is correct. We need to go to the left. But at the following switch, we will go to the right. I think that's a 40 kilometer switch there. It comes up pretty quick. So we'll keep it around 30. I think the next few switches are 30 kilometer switches or 40 kilometer switches. There's still a few industries we have not explored yet. All right, there's the horn. We need to go to the right. There's a switch down there. Turn is 50 this way. It's 30 going the other way. This is where we did that derailment last week. So we need to go to the right, and then we're going to make a left. We set our switches right. The next switch should show up to the left. If we need to change it, we hit this button in the middle. See, and that'll change the switch. If we want to switch it back, we hit that button in the middle. This track would take us to Forest South. And we are 30 through here, which is fine. We are well within that limit. Now we're gonna gun it because we are in an uphill for the rest of this run here, for most of it. Which means I have to give us a little throttle from behind. are full throttle on the DM3. I don't want to go too fast because I think there's a 40-kilometer speed limit around the bend here. Yeah, 60 with a drop. So that symbol means that it's going to go down to 40 before we get there. So just provide a little more oomph from the DE2. Try and stabilize our speed through here. There's the 40-kilometer. There's a branch track that goes off to the right here, and one of the special vehicles is down that branch track. I think that's right. Oh no, the branch track is someplace else. So we're chugging up the hill. You like these outside views? We're almost to the top of this rise here. We pop back in. And we still got a little bit more of a grade. But it's not as much. See, we're gaining a good bit of speed now. It's overworking her. I really don't know how the train gets underneath this overpass here. Feels like it's awful close. It feels like it's closer than that. Alright, 60 kilometers across this aqueduct. And we need to go to the right. So we've got the switch set. That is correct. Speed limit to the right is 50. We're underneath that. It'd be 40 going the other way. Now we're on a downhill. Go to the left. And this is a nice, smooth, fairly level run here. time. As we make our way down to here. And then this is all kind of slow 50, 40s, and down the harbor. But this stretch here, we can really open it up. Some of the other locomotives, they will get up to speed a lot faster. The DM3, as you can see, we are in the yellow right now. I think we get up towards 70 and we're at the 100 RPMs. This is times 10, I think, so 1,000 RPMs. So is everybody ready for the holidays? Just about ready. Solari and I have to get ready earlier because we're seeing family this weekend. Speaking of the holidays, our next 2 Wednesdays are Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. So, needless to say, I won't be streaming either of those days. So it'll be the new year when we get together again after this stream. So I know I'm going to miss it, and we'll see where we leave things off. I know there's a moving forward into the new year. I want to work on showcasing the Steam, some of the 060 steam locomotive, and I'm working on a separate account here in the game to, as sort of a beginner level, but with enough money that I can re-look at the derail and crashes and how to recover from those, from not only resetting the locomotives back on the track, but making everything whole again. So, and with the account that I was using, I didn't have enough cash in the wallet to do all that. So I knew I needed to come back. So our switch detector has confirmed that we are going to go to the right. That's the way we want to go. Let's slow down a little bit. The speed limit is 60. We have a downhill. Again, if we just have a speed limit sign with no up or down arrow, then the speed limit can fluctuate 10 up or down from the shown number. And I think it's going to fluctuate down. Yeah, that's a 40. All right, so let's slow down a bit. talking about derailing and then derail. That would be bad. Because I have some expensive loads behind me here. Oh, we got her slowed down. Back to 60. Down this stretch, you don't really want to be going much faster than 50 anyway. 45 is a good speed. He did that speed run between the last two switches, and that really made up a lot of time. That allows you to proceed down this section and the last section of the track in a safe manner. I saw 50 back there. Here's a 60, but with the down arrow, we know we're going to hit a 40. And you're fighting a downgrade too. Here's your 40. That's for this bed up here that you can see. Need to get down to about 45. There we go. You have some slush as far as the speed limit is concerned before the physics really throws you off. There's a short section here that's like, oh, you can go 80, but you don't want to. Because just as quick as it gives you an 80, it gives you like a 70. And then you're hitting a 60, and then what you basically have is a 40 to make the left-hand turn. Just see it? I just sort of flipped across it. To make the left-hand turn down into Harbor. So, and look at how steep. It's not nice. It is not nice. Not nice, game. Okay. Switch is set to the left. That's cool. That's the way we want to go. There we go. We're down. Take the brake off. Run on. Just the engine brake here. Shouldn't be any issue getting through this switch here. We do want to slow down significantly before we hit this grade. There we are. There's Harbor in town in front of us. Because if we thought it was steep going into that tunnel, it's really steep here. We're just coasting. Coasting with the engine brake on. See how much red is in the clinometer? We won't come to a stop. So the engine brake's on full. We don't have any train brake on right now. I'll have to give it a little bit here. 2 bars should be plenty. If we need to give a little bit more speed, we could just back off the engine brake. But we're nearly down now. Engine brake is completely off now, so we're just working off of the train brake. All right, the switch is to the left. That is correct. For our first switch. That's that one there. To the right takes you into the military base. Kind of gone over that. Alright, we're just going to kind of coast here. Follow the train along. Oh, building! More building. Alright, that switch is correct. Needs to go to the right. Ahead of us, down the track. The middle track would, nope, it wasn't free. See, there's cars in there. But we're going to go in and to the right. These switches are correct. This is to the right, and that's to the right. And we need to start to provide some brake. We're going to get this train stopped, and we're going to work the rest with the DE2 and the remote control device. Let's check our switch. Yep, we are far enough in. So we need to flip this switch that way and hop back in. Actually, we don't have to hop back in. Oh, wait, we do. I need to flip this. If you're talking, you can't hear. How's that now? I mean, I could see the microphone is picking up my voice. Okay, I wasn't talking for a while there. All right, and we use the remote control, and we'll ride the train in from the back. All right, switches to the right. That's the right way. That switches to the left. That's correct. That'll get us back into the E yard when we're ready to go that way. Come down here. I want to go to the left. So the switch is correct. We went to the right. That takes us into the D yard. There's our office. We need to go to G 5I. Alright, let's back off on the speed. Start to get a little train braking here. Anything in that yard? Oh my gosh, it's all clear. Alright, to the right, then to the right, and then to the left. G5I. All we drop off here is the buses. Nice and easy. Perfect. All right, set the brake. All right, is there end of train lantern? Yes, there is. Take that off. Now we can drive away. Forward, go. While this is coming up to speed, we can let the train go. Kids, don't do that at home. And turn this order in. For almost 35K. Boop. Look at that. All right. Let's go back out. Get to our locomotive. Oh yeah, last session here we added the remote control charger and the signal extender, the DE2. But we took all, no, we already stripped all that down because we can use that. Just need to get past this switch here with the last car. Switch this switch the other direction, and then back this load into E8. E8I. Over there, this track, there, that's the A yard. So this switch here, we went to the right, that takes us to the F yard. That's the passenger yard. As we get further along in the game, I'll use that yard to just store the main locomotives while I use the DE4 and the DE2 to switch loads around and do shunting. All right, so we need to go to the right, and then again to the right, and then to the left. So 5, this middle track would have been 6, then we have 7, and 8. 8I, 8 incoming. That's what the I stands for. Off here in just a moment here. Apply some brake. Perfect. Brake. Shut that off. We'd shut this one off. I guess not. Alright, we could turn that in. Then we can grab the shunting job for that and unload it. So here we go. And we made 32K. So we're up to 250 again. All right, so here's the buses. We dropped that one off first. And here are the cars. So we're already hooked up to that. Wow, the buses are significantly more. That's all right. We're hooked up to this. It's a single pickup, a single drop off, and this is two drop offs, which is fine. So we'll do this one first, and then that'll put us in the area to do this one. All right. We'll pick them both up. 6 and 7. Uh-oh. Oh. I have the, what is this? All right. Time is it? Weather? Ah, we got plenty of time. All right. So this load is the cars. We take it to D7L and then drop it off at D5S. That is why I didn't unhook it. My brake is on. How we doing? 8 o'clock. Not too bad. That's the track that goes to the F yard. Want to make sure it goes far enough so I can flip that. All right. Oop. Let me run ahead. I have to flip the switch. That switch is correct. And so is that one. to right. We haven't turned any of these jobs in yet. We're just moving trains. Just moving trains. Jump off here. Just a moment. Let's turn that one in, get it started. E8i, yep. To T5S. And we unload. Unload. Sorry, these are the quiet parts. Just you and the gentle hum of the DE2 motor. We have to go past this switch. That'll send us back into the D yard. And we're only going 10 kilometers an hour, so once the last car comes to the switch, give it 3 bars, and that should give it enough roll to get through the frogs. And there we go. Reverse. And I think this goes to D5S. So let's run ahead. I think we may have already checked this. Oops. So that's going the right way. We want to go this way. And we want to go to 5S, which is right there. So we need to be slow. Oh, there's plenty of room here. We don't want to crash into the... Hello? There we go. All right, right and right. Push right in there. Like a glove. Should have uncoupled it from here. Yes, it did. All right, I'm going to run ahead. Turn this in. And I'll be able to pick up the locomotive as... So that was almost 9K. Oops. And we need to pick up the buses. How fast are we going? Fast enough. Alright, to D5I to D7L, and then we drop off cars in D5S and G6S. Let's see how many goes into D5S. That's all set up already for us. Hopefully the cars are in order. Out of daylight. Well, guys, I may have to call this early because I'm about to have a fire call. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everybody for popping in. Oops. But I need to jet. So, happy holidays, all. Thank you again for joining me. Sorry for the short stream, but things need to happen. Okay. So, have a good night, all. Be safe, and we'll see you next year. This is Swift Fox. I'll be signing off.